Yes?
Going back to the narcotics real quickly, is there any kind of a secondary concern or secondary reaction if a dog ingests the methamphetamine due to the components using the charcoal or the peroxide?
Great question. There's a couple of toxins that if we induce vomiting, the byproducts, the fumes, that stuff's toxic to people as well. So in your field, I mean, you guys are dressed in chemical suits to go into these places. Definitely at least wearing a mask or something like that, but you have to be cautious of whatever they bring up as far as if it's methamphetamines. The other is if it's I believe it's mole bait, that zinc sulfide is released after they vomit. And those also can release secondary fumes that can be toxic. And that's actually what prompted me to mention something about the human poison control versus the veterinary poison control. That was a classic case of a dog that we had ingested mole poison. We were told to induce vomiting, which we knew to do, but we weren't warned about any of the secondary effects of the byproducts. Well, here this dog is in our ICU with 20 people exposed to the dog vomiting with these toxic fumes being released. And fortunately, we talked to the ASPCA about the case because there were some things that we weren't quite sure of, and they said absolutely you got to be extremely careful about that. So when it comes to narcotics like that, absolutely. If they're toxic to you, if the fumes and stuff are toxic, when they vomit them up, you have to be very, very careful with them.
How about it mixing in the dog's stomach? Is there any concern?
Not, because if you're trying to evacuate the stomach first with the vomiting, with the hydrogen peroxide, there's not. You know better than I that there's so many things that go into methamphetamines nowadays. You have no clue what's going to be in there. I think the risks are minimal, especially when we talked about risks versus benefit. The benefit of that peroxide mixing with that methamphetamine chemicals and getting it out is far outweighs the risk most likely. But you'll never know what's in there, what's in the contents.